Hello. Welcome to Let's Cube. We are joined with Anton, Mr. Shadowlord, who's left Maisie currently back in the cabin. He's driven down to the mansion, and he is looking for everybody's favorite tattooed, jolly, jovial Arun. He kind of gets out of the car. He's got a cigarette in his mouth. It's kind of just very businesslike. He's not being like strict or formal or anything. He's just kind of poking his head in and around the mansion. Of course, says hello to the one and only Heidi. But he's just mainly taking a look around for her.
Oh yeah, he will be stalled at least briefly by the run-up hug because it happens every time he comes home. Heidi knows what's up. She's thankfully not fussed. Anton has been very good about keeping in contact, letting her know what's going on, so she doesn't worry. So he gets the run-up hug, at the very least. Though when he starts looking around, you know what? Fuck it. She will, Da-na-na. Is that quickly? Huh. Hoo-ha. Where's Heidi? There she is. Boop. As you do start looking around, it's just what are you looking for?
Brigida.
Oh, down back. She points just straight towards the back door.
Now she gets a peck on the cheek.
Yeah, a bright smile. Are you staying long enough that you want something to eat?
Sure.
Okay. And yeah, with that, she will toddle down towards the basement, let you just do your thing. Doesn't get on her phone.
Just gives Heidi a squeeze in the hand, and starts to head out looking for big old Brigida.
Yeah, big old Brigida and Scraps. Thankfully, the lawn has been at least somewhat cared for. But the two of them are just wrecking the grass, essentially. Not turfing it up, but you essentially get to see a Hamid and a Lupus in the midst of the most vicious looking... Like, it looks like she's being mauled by a wolf. She's not actually bleeding. But, like, the noises he's making are theatrical as shit. And she's got, like... It's one of those things where, like, as you walk out, she finally, like... He kind of snaps at her wrist and then makes the uh-oh face as she grabs the wrist with her other hand and pulls in and kind of like pins his head back against her chest, like wrenching open his maw with her arm. Meanwhile, he's like drooling and snarling and...
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh yeah,
I
whole
know
thing.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, he'll wait till eventually they come to a lull period, because eventually you get fucking tired of that shit. And ease his way over.
Yeah, by the time you ease over, Brigida has used her traitorous arms and legs to essentially wrap him up in a wrestling move. And finally lets him go with a big, essentially a pat on his fucking face, like right on his nose, dunk dunk, tongue lolling and everything. And Scraps will sit up first with a pull. She like props up on an elbow. The sunglasses are gone. They're like 10 feet away in the grass. Had to. Oh, hello there.
Hey?
Nice day.
It's not too bad.
No, not at all. Then again, suppose sun's not all the way up yet. It'll get hellish before too long.
True. Just gives like oh yeah, true. Everything okay here?
Oh yeah. Flops back over. Been a good consistent run of patrols and the whole nine.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them all organized with what happened at that bar.
What happened at the bar?
Well, you were there.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Just trying to get them all taking this shit seriously.
As far as I can tell, they're taking it as serious as they can, at least up till it's happening. Till then, if you stay serious the whole time, you'll get constipated.
I know, it's just He kind of just gives that. I mean, she can see he does not like the fact that there's another one. You know what I mean? You can just see it. You know what I mean? And it's more the implication of what was done to make him. That's what Anton doesn't like. It's just if we take our eye off the ball, there could be another one and another one. Pretty soon they've rebuilt their numbers again.
Well, that's what they do. That's what makes them such a bitch to fight. Especially if they dig it.
I know. It's just gotta burn them out.
You know, if you can figure out where they're getting them. Because I don't think they're all coming from here. They didn't
No.
originally come from here. Besides, if there were changes, I think we'd have more of an idea.
We haven't gotten a general idea of what they could potentially be doing to generate, like pumping up their totem or whatever. That seems pretty obvious, but we can't hit at that directly. It's like a fucking fortress.
Well, yeah, but what are they doing to get people?
That's what we're trying to figure out at the minute. This is the bitch of it. We've got leads, and they're good, and we're establishing patterns. And that thing we found in that fucking town with the water, that's a big one. That's a big thing we found, but I just need people to be more fucking aggressive.
Well, she tips the head, kind of debates the whole like, well, oh wait, let me think about it. It looks like he could be in a punching people kind of mood. Yeah, fuck it, I could take it. Like you could see the whole mental process take place. You know, it might be hard for him to be aggressive when you've told him they're not supposed to go out there, especially with that partner.
I was just kind of lets out a breath, like just trying to keep him safe, you know, not be fucking morons and YOLO solo the whole thing, get themselves killed.
Oh, I know. You're not wrong.
I want them to be aggressive, but I don't want them to be stupid.
Big cheeky smile. Look, you got Jason out there.
I do.
And you know I've been keeping an eye on him. Got
I got Trip out there, and Becca's keeping an eye on him. That's what I mean. You don't go out with somebody. You don't go out without a point, man. You know what I mean? It's just covering each other's back. I was trying to teach teamwork. You know, I go out there and I got somebody to call in. You know.
Yeah.
It's just I think they misinterpreted it. You can never leave. It's just be smart. If you're leaving, be smart. You know. So.
Yeah, I suppose JJ isn't going to be much help in a city like that anyway. So,
JJ's a wrecking ball. He's great when we use him, but he's not for every situation.
No fella might be actually real good for keeping an eye as long as he can figure out how to tell when people are finding him, tell what people would find. Yeah. So he knows how to tell when someone's on his trail.
That's why I put Bill with him. Bill's good at doing that sort of shit.
Oh, there you go.
I just
need Wendy and JJ.
Wendy, JJ.
It's kind of a call-in wrecking ball, like you said, and Wendy's about the same, really, isn't she?
Yeah, it's just trying to get them all fighting as a team. Like Jason's got it. He's got the idea. He's a good kid. He knows what he's doing. It's just I worry they're going to be the death of him because they're not going to keep up with him.
You ever tried actual practice with all of you working together? So you learned how to catch flanks and all of that?
I mean, I tried, but you see what I work with.
There's the hand play of like, fair.
And I'm a Shadow Lord, and I get given out to if I help too much. So you kind of age points at the fucking Legion of Birds. You know what I mean? The Legion of Birds is probably like, right?
Yeah, all up in the trees. Up on the roof. Big fatty on the roof.
Yeah, exactly.
And besides, again, giving out to a point, they all start like, hey, wait. You pointing at us?
Yeah, exactly. He kind of gestures, like, see what I mean? You know.
Oh, Jesus.
So, I think I've been doing pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's all right. Don't you worry about that there, Anton. I got you covered.
Kind of
Got
eyebrow
you
raises.
here.
Like, what?
Oh yeah, don't you worry, because you and Jane, you can't go teaching because otherwise they'll go sit there like those birds in that movie, all
Mm-hmm.
talking together and screaming.
They do. Even if we give like solid advice, they all like, man, you must be the Lord of me. So
Oh, that's all right, because Big Papa Wolf does like us running together like pecs. Besides, learning to fight is it's kind of our thing, you know.
true.
So, for like, it's
It
the thing.
It,
You
it
know
was
that.
actually, it was actually why I was coming to talk to you.
Well, harder to pull off without a dedicated Thayers that can go muzzling something for you, because that's the real good stuff. Get a bunch of little cubs, give them a big old bane, muzzle it up, and just let them loose. They learn
True.
real fast. Yeah, they break some ribs and sometimes their head, but it's fine.
True, but we can adapt. We've got a whole wide range of environment to adapt in.
Oh yeah.
I figure between you and Scraps, two of you could come up with some pretty ingenuitive ways to get them to work together. It's just I need a consistent trainer for them.
Oh, I thought you never ask. Pops up like.
He's like, oh, well,
Oh, don't you worry, Anton. I got this handled. You just go and brood really hard, and I'll get your kids all whipped up. Though you should turn out once in a while. I know you're all experienced and stuff, but it never hurts to review the basics and work with your people.
I pop in every now and again.
Yeah.
Always give an eyebrow raise. Besides,
good.
you saw how good my shit is.
Well, I know your shit's fine. Do me a favor and don't take my whole jaw off while you're showing them how it's done, would you? I mean, I can take it, but it takes like a week to regrow the whole jaw.
I wouldn't do that. I only save that for fucking the missions. Besides, I train all the time.
Oh, I know you do. I see you. Or he sees you. Points. And then he tattles to me.
It's just something I learned out here.
Well, I'm glad that one of you has a good learning curve. For the rest of you needed some help.
Well, it was either learn or die in my case.
Oh,
So.
that makes for a pretty steep learning curve or a very short lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. So, kind of gives that awkward like.
Oh, don't you worry, Anton. I got you covered.
Okay. You've said. He's like, all right. You keep saying that. But
Pat, aggressive shoulder patting. Like.
it just makes me most uncomfortable. Like, stop saying that. It's making me more uncomfortable the more you pat me aggressively.
Big old fucking smile like that.
Is it normally this exhausting with all these people?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think Tim is so tasty. Gotta be chasing kids around all the time.
Yeah.
And you'd be amazed the kind of trouble they can find to get up to on a proper sept. Go running out into the city.
Mm-hmm.
You have to send a whole pack out just to get them to pull them back by their ear. Tell them shame on you, but good for getting covered in blood. But shame on you.
That even sounds exhausting.
Oh yeah. It's all right. We just cuff the hell out of them. Works real good.
So
You get a cuff big enough to send you actually tumbling.
Mm-hmm.
Knock some sense into your brain.
So how'd you get them actually prepared for like some of the shit that we will be doing? Because like let's review. Jason, that kid's fine. He's gonna be great. I can already see it. He's got the right attitude. He's got the right go get him about him. JJ, he can handle his shit. Trip, he's with my crowd, so he's got the good head on his shoulders. He's a good director.
No, is he?
Yeah, he joined.
Oh.
Look, he got thrown a challenge, and he passed. He kind of just spreads his hands like, I ain't gonna fucking question it.
Oh, there you go then. I guess there's no arguing with it.
No. Grandfather was pleased. He did what he needed to do, and he did it well. And you know what? We need a joker every now and again. Every war band needs a joker. Keep
Oh, you think it keeps scraps around?
Yeah, exactly.
gives his head a big old ruffle. His head literally gets like wobbled by the force. Just ugh.
William has potential. He just needs to be tempered on his shit, which takes time. It's Wendy. Jesus.
Oh, it's all right. Even if they're good by themselves, it's good to practice the team,
Mm-hmm.
tactics. Because otherwise, they go off in every direction, and you go, "What in the world made you think that was a good idea?" They're like, "Well, I thought this," and they thought something stupid. Just didn't say nothing.
If Jane gets uppity about it, will you tell her you had my fucking backing?
Well, depending on what kind of uppity she gets, Mike Clocker one.
I mean, look, if she gets in your face, I ain't gonna stop it. Because she knows better to get in your fucking face.
Yeah, she asks why I'm doing it. See, Anton was worried about group tactics. And if she comes at me about it, well, I handle it the way I always handle it.
You just could just spread like he's not that fussed about it. I mean, look, as long as it's cool, as long as it's handled there and then, might be a good example to teach others too.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about it, isn't it? If even you came at me about something that I was well within my rights to do, I'd throw hands. Yeah, you might win. It's all well and good, but it's handled and it's done. Never talk about it again.
Just nods.
Just shrugs like it's that easy. It's not, it's comically like whenever Brigida talks about violence, it's never like with a malicious tone. It's very casual, the violence.
It might be a good thing for us to, well, for them to see at least, because that kind of attitude needs to be kind of put into place with some of the questioning that you see them fucking pull off and all that shit. Like, I'm not saying they can't question everything, but certain things you just gotta fucking wait in the butt and just get on with it. So it might be a good thing to see.
I mean, look at you and Scraps now. He reaches down and like kind of pinches his ear, start pulling on it. You guys had a one-on-one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Ain't been under each other's feet since then, have you?
Not really.
Well, there you go. On and done. It's the way it's meant to be done. Otherwise, we end up fighting a whole bunch, and well, then people start turning up dead. You got a lot less group.
True. It's just, like I said, and if she does get antsy, tell her to fucking join in. Maybe she could learn from it.
Oh, I'm about to go and drag her out of that graveyard. Tell her to join in.
Well, you know what?
Even the Thayer just got to learn how to behave on the field, especially the Thayerges. Otherwise, they get caught all up in their hinky-dinky, and, well, then someone snipes them in the head, and you're down to Thayerge because they're not paying attention to the field.
Kind of just nods in agreement, like, oh, you get it. Oh.
She just looked the shrug, like, well, yeah, even the Thayerges have to learn to fight. Jesus.
Yeah. So, might be the good thing. I'll pop in every now and again to, help out and do what I need to do. It's just, I got some field work to do. And I know you shouldn't be working alone, but this is my area of working.
No, you do your field nonsense, and I'll start working on your babies.
Just nod. Does it get easier when you know why that spiral was made?
Huh?
Does it get easier to... I know what that spiral did, that doctor. I know why they turned him. I know what was done to turn him, more or less. Does it get easier to just...
Well, I mean, it's always shit. Always shit, but she kind of shrugs. It's not like you don't think it's terrible.
No,
You
it's
just
just...
learn how to get mad at the right thing.
What about tainted kin?
Well, what you mean? How bad is the taint?
He lets out a breath for a second. It was bad. And he emphasized was.
I mean, depending. You find a tainted kin, you drag them back to Sept, get them all fixed up.
Mums, if you know it's not going to work.
Well, it's a bad day, because you got to mourn a kinfolk. That's never good. Bad for morale. Bad for the Sept. Bad for the family.
Does it make it easier to do it?
No. No, but you pretend that it does, so the kids don't get all in their own heads about it. You make it look like it's easier, so that when they do get the feeling, they
Have,
think I don't have time for it. If the adults don't have time for it, then I don't.
have you ever done it before?
Whew. Had to take out a can.
Yeah.
No. Well, not when ours. No.
Uh-huh.
Then
It's like a-
again, my home's empty. It's yeah. Imagine something like this, except even deeper in the woods. Real guarded, no trails. A lot of Garou guarding the perimeter.
looks
Yeah,
like a
we
guy.
got Ken out and about, but keeping careful contact so that stuff doesn't happen. And usually, by the time we get to them, they're not just a little tainted. They're either dead or something we can fix with a cleansing.
Looks like I got you beat.
Yeah. A glance over, like finally the awkward ruffle of hair, like, ooh, buddy.
I just, it's like, looks like I got you beat there, buddy. And it's that. I don't know if she's watching him intently, it's like, oh yeah, looks like I got you beat. It's that kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna totally make a joke out of, but on the inside, my heart is completely shattered into 5 million pieces.
Look, no matter how anyone makes it look like they can just do it business like and move on, it's never business.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. How do you settle it? You know what I mean?
Ooh,
It's just,
something like that. She actually like does take a look around, like, oh god, I need a minute. Let me think.
it's not like I
Maybe.
can't do my job or anything. It's just,
Oof. A lot of times depends on how well they know him. When it's someone you know well, oh, it's bad. Sometimes we'll even transfer to other seps, get away from it for a while, come back later. Considering our whole sep's pretty much one big family, it gets nasty. Most of them, I mean, I don't know what they're really doing when they go out there, but they go on a hunting trip for like a week.
yeah.
Go way out into the wilds, up into the cold. Don't know if they go and scream or just get close to Gaia or murder everything that moves, or I suppose it depends on the Garou, but most of them will take a hunting trip after having to do something like that.
Yeah, I hear you.
It ain't easy.
Oh, no.
Go
No. Nope. He just looks off like, yeah, no, I'm just totally lighting a cigarette because it's just,
That where you been all week?
yeah, just taking some personal time. I'm still out there doing my job and shit. It's just,
You know, you keep saying that like I'm saying you're not.
maybe it's just making sure I'm reaffirming myself. That's all. Like I said, gesturing at the at brigade.
Wait.
Just gotta make sure the team knows I'm still on board. So, but no, I'm fine.
There's a glance, but she doesn't dig or ask. It's not her style.
But no, I just wanted to talk to you about getting those training things up for everybody. I think it would be a good thing.
Well, yeah, of course.
Sweet. All right, just let me know when you're doing it, and I'll stop by.
Well, you betcha.
They just gives a nod, like, all right, cool, good talk. I'm just gonna disengage.
Yeah, Anton.
Yeah, glance back over his shoulder. Yo,
You let me know if you ever want to fight about it.
fight about it.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you feel a way about something, you just gotta fight it out.
Sure. I won't tell you. I'll just hit you. So. Gives a smirk.
That's a grin. Well, I mean, if you don't want me to hold back, you go right ahead.
All right then. He's just nodding as he's walking. Like, oh, all right then. Oh, well, excuse me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And he will totally let himself be fed by Heidi. Does not mind that.
Oh yeah, she'll go back to fucking with Scraps, swats him over type thing. Very dramatically, it's slain. But yeah,
And
when you do come back in, Heidi will feed you. For
yeah,
she is the
he's pretty happy. He's pretty happy about that. Getting fussed at by Heidi is not an unpleasant sensation for Anton.
Yep, you get fussed over. So much fuss. Fuss.
And then he will, as he's getting ready to leave again, he'll flick open his phone and he'll give a dial to the lockbox real quick just to see which one of the girls answers, because he's gonna do a check-in on Annabelle first before he plonks off to either Maisie or anything like that.
All right. Oh, fuck it. It's one of those things where it takes a couple rings and finally she picks up. Anton,
Hey,
normally we don't take calls before our opening hours.
yeah, but it's me, so
Yeah, figured, maybe I should pick up for you. Just maybe.
oh wow, you're being so considerate.
Something up?
I was just checking in on our guest.
And remind me, have you been back to see her since the full cleansing?
Yes, once or twice he did mention to Anne to he's going to be a bit busy with the field work, and it basically he's like, I'm going to be a bit busy with work, so I might be in as much, so make sure she knows that I'm around essentially. But he's popped in once or twice, just not as around as much because he's been working.
Weirdly enough, nothing too dramatic to report. Been doing pretty good. Good appetite. Playing with the kid more.
All right.
Seems pretty stable. Don't know what you did, but seems to be helping.
All right, I'll be over eventually. It's just getting the last of this fucking work done.
Well, at the risk of putting the pressure on you, which I don't feel even a little bad about, she has asked.
I could stop by for a bit.
I
got some time to kill.
I know she'd appreciate it if you did.
He just looks at his watch, nods to himself, like, "Yeah, I can stop by for a bit."
It's almost like you used to be here every day.
I just needed to do some jobs, and that required me to pull some all-nighters on shit, so been a bit busy.
I mean, you don't have to tell me. Life is what it is. But when your world's pretty small, I guess it feels like a lot longer for her. Either way, if you get a chance to stop by, awesome. It'll cheer up some.
I'll stop by. I'll drive in.
Okay. But otherwise pretty situation normal. Got a new guy we're training on the bar. He's really bad at it, but he's funny. So
how are you doing? Does he get walking over towards his car?
Doing all right. It's nice to see a new hire, and it was kind of cool that Jane kind of let us all fuck with him a little and get a look at him before she went for it. So can't complain.
It's good. He's behaving himself?
No, not at all, but not in a really bad way, so.
Good. You let me know if he doesn't.
Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure the slightest tick out of line, and if nothing else, you'll know because Anne will have broken another bar stool or a chair. Fucking chairs. They really, they don't make these things like you think they would. Cause you can tell she's like turned around to look at one, like glare at it, like how dare you?
Watch you break a chair.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute since she did. Yeah, it may not be as big as some of the guys that come in here, but when she's swinging a chair around, it's
What'd you break a chair for?
one of the guys was kind of lippy with her while she was waitressing, and she decided that was enough of that and
swung a
broke the
chair.
chair on him.
Jesus. Okay.
I mean, to her credit, they're not very sturdy chairs. So, but it's been a while. Becca came and hooked him out, but
we might need to talk about that. You can hear the smile in his voice.
yeah, and is pretty good most of the time, but the temper kind of, they say the wrong thing, and that's it.
Do you want me to
Then we're
talk?
giving out free dessert. I mean, if you think you can do it without her getting really pissed at you, that'd be great.
I'll give it a try. And you know me, I'm pretty good at this sort of thing.
I mean, I can't blame her, but
No,
at the same
it's
time, it
I don't want any stress on you guys. It's not fair on you and anyone else in there. It's not fair.
yeah, no, none of that since this Joel Kid started, but
I'll talk to her.
sure. Hell, if you come here late enough, you might actually see Joel while he's here. Jane's got him training before we actually open, so he can't like wreck people's drinks in real time.
How douchey is he? He's driving. You can hear the car driving.
I mean, I wouldn't say douchey. He's
How douchey? Out of 10. How douchey?
on the douche scale, like fabricated, made up douchey, or like actually douchey.
Fabricated, made up douchey 1, actually douchey 10.
I'd go for maybe a 2 or a 3. He's really not bad. He's such a dork. Like he makes out like he's douchey, but you can tell he's just fucking around.
All right. Just nodding. Like okay.
No, he's not bad. You should have seen Annabelle had to make. We had to each order, or not Annabelle, fucking Suzanne, and we each got to get him to make a drink, and some of them he got pretty well, and Anne remade hers. That's for Bloody Mary. Who does that?
Jesus. Well,
I mean, and who makes Bloody Marys without the mix besides Anne? Jeez.
well, I was thinking she can she can definitely hear. He's probably driving over there. When I get a bit more free time, I thought I'd bring a couple of movies over. You, me, and Annabelle, and chill out on the fucking couch and watch some shit.
Ooh, movie nights.
If you want.
Well, thanks to Linda's nasty case of the munchies, we have lots of popcorn. So I'm just saying, we're well suited. She got the one that comes in the little pans, so she can do it over the burner. She doesn't like the bags.
Well, I could bring over the, do you ever put those like chocolate balls into the popcorn? You ever tried that shit?
What? I mean, I put all sorts of horrible things into popcorn.
Yeah, you met the little chocolate Malteser balls into the popcorn and then melt in with the salt and the butter onto the popcorn.
You know what? That sounds just heretical enough to be good. I'm game.
All right, when I get more, probably next week or so, I'll free up a bit. So
That'd be cool.
yeah, all right. Well then, pencil it in. You just tell me what day you all want to do it, and I'll make sure I have the time.
I mean, ironically, it would be days because we're open at nights. But
Exactly. So you just tell me the day you want to do it at and what time, and I'll stop by.
as soon as you're free,
All right then.
do some movie day.
All right then. All right. I'll be over in a bit. So if you want to let her know. Might actually do her some good.
Yeah. Give everyone a heads up that you're on your way over.
All right. Thanks, Patricia.
Yeah. Later.
Yeah, and you know what? He'll stop by the lockbox. He's got some time to kill. Fuck it. And the fact that she mentioned that Annabelle's worried, you know what? Now he'll kinfolk is kinfolk at the end of the day. He'll stop by.
All right. Do I have a 4-way that I can easily? Maybe. Or use this one. So while I'm getting this in order. Yep, you can have yourself a nice drive to Roanoke.
And he just pops in with his head, like sticks his head in the thing, like scanning around like hole.
Oh yeah, and the girls are they're all around. They're all up and moving. Annabelle's door is open, weirdly enough.
Oh yeah, he doesn't mind that. He'll make his first point of business though. He'll walk over to where Anne is because you know what? He promised Patricia he'd talk to her, so he'll ease his way over. After, of course, saying hello to Patricia and Linda. You know, naturally.
Yeah, fuck it. You'll come in and Anne'll be on her way out of the shower, giving a wave. Just putters into her room in a towel.
Yeah, he'll make his business to say hello to one of his many favorite redheads, Patricia. His redhead therapist. And of course gives Linda the nod, you know, and because he's not as close as Linda as Patricia and Anne, but he still gives her, you know, plenty, like a bit of idle chatter, and then he'll go knock on Anne's door.
Yeah, Linda's cheering up. Chases wee man back into Annabelle's room. He
And of
goes
course-
running with some sort of stolen, probably dinosaur nuggets.
And of course, the wee man gets the bear voice and chased down the hall as well at one point.
Oh god, the screeching.
'Cause I am the big bad bear, you know.
Oh my god. I mean, he loves it, but the screeching noises of a happy toddler are...
Mm-hmm. Death thing.
Oh yeah. I guess he's not technically, I mean, I don't know what he is after that point, because toddlers usually about the time they're starting to run, but he's doing pretty solid by now.
Mm-hmm.
So he, just a kid, runs screeching in delight, pokes his head back out if you don't chase enough.
Oh yeah, but eventually he'll go and knock on Anne's door.
Yep, he goes to show his mom his dino nuggets.
The nuggers.
The nuggers. And sorry, wow. The flashback.
Nuggers.
The nuggers. But he goes to show his mom the nuggers. And he give a knock on the door. She's like, yeah, what's up?
Can I come in?
Yeah, sure.
It just eases in.
Oh yeah, and she's still got on a comfortable kind of pair of slacks and has the shirt on and is in the process of taming her hair up a bit. Not going full crazy. We're about to open, but has kind of comfortable clothes on. What's up?
I just wanted to see how you are.
Yeah. Doing all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It just kind of eases over, kind of just like the. I'm gonna step here and then step here.
Careful.
Mm-hmm. He makes a point of being visible, doing it easy.
You look like someone who's about to make me mad. Turns a glance back instead of looking at the mirror.
He does the freeze that meerkat, oh.
Shakes her head, fires a scrunchie at him.
Does the duck, and then he'll just ease over beside her. That's just the way I approach you lately. Just gives a smirk on his face.
Yeah, you're a wise man.
I know.
After all, I'm told I can be quite vicious.
Oh yeah, that scrunchy attack. I was in fear for my life.
Should be. I'm secretly an assassin. Poison Scrunchy.
I knew it. Just looks over like I knew it.
There's a grin.
But I did hear a couple of things, so I wanted to check on you. Breaking a chair over somebody.
Oh, Jesus. I thought you were talking about something that happened recently. Fuck. I was trying to figure out how I pissed off.
No, it was a point of concern raised to me, that's all.
Look, he deserved it. She's suddenly like, oh, that. Goes back to her hero.
I ain't disputing it. It's just, breaking a chair over somebody's back when in a gentleman.
The fucking eye roll over, like, yeah.
Okay. You're going to get mad either way, so. So, yeah, I just accepted this fact. You're going to be pissy either way, no matter how I angle this. I could understand why some of the girls would be a bit nervous, and some of the customers would be a bit nervous too. The fact that you picked up a chair and WWE'd over the back, of his fucking skull. I could see the concern,
Yeah. I know.
Not that the prick didn't deserve it. It's just, you know what I mean.
Look, he said some shit. So I showed him how I felt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking creepy ass. Bet he has a free candy van.
Well, if he does it again and I'm over, I'll have a pleasant word with him outside.
Oh, don't worry, he hasn't come back since.
Good. But this is the point I'm going to raise. Just as a counteroffer, just as a devil's advocate, the next guy mightn't be as understanding.
I mean, that's what the gun's under the counter for, right?
Not until they call the cops.
Do you think the cops are going to believe that you're getting harassed or him?
True, but it does provide detention that we cannot afford to have. Like I said, I ain't disputing the fact that asshole didn't deserve it. No way.
So what do you want me to do next time?
Well,
what do you think someone's supposed to do? Guy talking like that.
There's Becca, who would push him outside and have a quiet word with him. And if it's that serious, all she has to do is give me a call, and I'll have a quiet conversation with him.
I wanted to have a loud one.
I can respect that. He's just nodding. It's just having loud conversations sometimes can bring and have effects that you don't intend for.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to chastise you. I'm not. Like I said, the guy probably fucking deserved it. I'm just looking out for you. And sometimes, yeah, you know what? You need to pick up a fucking thing and whack somebody over the skull with it. Other times, no matter how good it is, it's probably not the best move. I'm just advising some caution. Some healthy caution. Maybe you could, it's up to you to take it, and you do whatever the fuck you want to do. I ain't trying to control you. Just trying to look out for you.
Yeah, I know.
And hey, reach over. Like, just do a gentle reach. Like, I'm just going to get to the point where you tell me to stop. You know what I mean?
Where are you going to make contact with?
Her cheek.
It startles her a little bit, just because she's, I'm just going to look in the mirror and do her fucking hair. Just,
You're
fine. Fucking
you're still my girl.
After a couple weeks passed, I figured you just weren't going to talk to me about it.
I've been pretty busy myself, and I didn't hear about it until Patricia came and told me about it. I've been pretty fucking busy myself. The second I heard about it, I wanted to come and talk to you. And if I had been there and I had seen it, well, you know what I would have done. I'm surprised you didn't tell me.
What's there to say? He was a dick, so I handled it.
Yeah, and it obviously bothered you.
Yeah, that's why I broke a chair on him.
He's just like nods, like, Becca, hello. Do you know what I mean?
Why? I did it, and then everyone
that-
had a big fuss about it, and we had to
Surprised you didn't call me about it. That's all. Just a bit surprised.
Look, you got enough going on. You had the whole thing with Annabelle, and I just didn't want to,
Just leans over
scream and fire over nothing.
and just kind of leans over, like, just very gently, like, and
Yeah.
remember what I told you when I got you out of that place? Remember I'd always have your back? Always.
Yeah.
Hey, don't. Just like lift up her chin so she can like look at him properly. Oh, I'm still gonna always have your back. I ain't coming here to give out to you. Came here because I was worried about you. It's just if I don't know what's going on, then I'm only finding out about this shit weeks down the line. How am I supposed to have your back?
Yeah.
Now
Well,
look, you handled it, and I'm proud of you for handling it. Did your shit. It's just like I said, sometimes the cautionary approach is better, but hey, you fucking handled it.
Look, I'm just kind of plays the hands like I'm just not used to someone having my back. So
It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. There's going to be bumps and awkward bits of miscommunication and all that's all part of it. You see me mad at you? See me grumpy at you?
there's like a moment of like study, maybe.
He's really not. Do you know what I mean? I think he's quite understanding. So, it's all I kind of taking it in stride. And the fact that you even are talking to me about it now, hey, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I guess.
So, we can just chalk it up to, well, we didn't communicate it properly, and we'll work on it. That's my opinion. That's over.
All right, fair enough. I'll
Well, how do you feel?
I don't know. I feel like people made it more than it was. It was a thing. I handled it.
Okay. Just nodding, like, okay. Well, next time, if they get on you too much, give me a call. Listen. And I'll trust your judgment.
mean, I don't know. Chances are nothing would have come of it. But he said some shit to me. He said some creepy shit about Linda, and I kind of lost it. And I mean, he's just talking like a dude, but he took it too far.
Just reach over and takes her hand. Like, it's just gentle. Like, it's odd. It's like very supportive. Like, here, there you go.
Yeah, she's a little agitated. It's one of those things where you can snag the hand, but
And you did right protecting your people. And you're just annoyed because they snapped at you because you were just protecting them.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's just they were probably worried about you getting in trouble, that's all. They don't value you any less. They're mainly actually, Patricia was just worried about you. Just worrying were you okay, and you seemed upset. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you did good.
Yeah.
I think you did. It's pretty cool that you bashed your chair over his head, WWE style.
Yeah, I didn't expect the chair to break. I was kind of banking on it not breaking, so
It's pretty funny when you think about it.
didn't really go to plan there.
It's pretty cool when you think about it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Felt like
Well,
a
there.
baller for like 3 seconds.
Well, there. You're a boulder. Just keep me in the loop next time. That's all I ask.
Yeah, no problem. I'll let you know if anyone else needs good beating over the head. I'll just
Are you mad at me?
what?
Are you mad at me? Gives a smile. It's very playful.
Nah.
Gives a grin.
So I've already fired my only scrunchie at you. Now what am I supposed to do?
It's almost like you have a soft spot for me.
I don't know about all that.
You have a soft spot.
You know, maybe just a little one.
Well, Anne pecks her hand. You're still my girl.
Yeah?
Yeah. Might not always show it. But I figured you don't like to always be showing it.
It's just kind of like the nod of like, oh, okay.
But in moments like this, I think it's the right time to show it. But you don't want to make everybody jealous now, right?
Nah. We can't handle this.
But you lean in and peck her on the cheek. You're my girl. You're the one I made the promise to first. You're the one I took care of first.
You like calling dibs?
Pretty much.
Kind of grinning?
I mean, you call it however you want to call it. I don't mind. But I made you a promise, so kind of stuck with me.
I hope so. Otherwise, I got this tattoo for like no reason.
Wow. You know, just gives her like hair a ruffle playfully. You put back on your Billy Badass armor, and I'll see you out there.
All right. You sticking around for long?
Yeah, I'll be crashing around Annabelle for a bit. I gotta get back out there, but you glance over and put his chin on her shoulder. I'll be properly back around sometime next week.
All right.
Probably bring over a couple of movies and just relax. If you want, during the day.
Doesn't sound bad.
Well, there you go then. I might even stay over just for you.
Well, that's just crazy talk.
I know, right? It's almost like I miss being around you. Just walking towards the door.
Almost.
You glance over his shoulder. And Anne,
Yeah.
if you want to talk about anything, if that fucks with your head, the way you talked, come talk to me. Okay?
Okay.
All right. It just gives her very like, it's very like, it's sort of like what Patricia did with him, oddly. It's just okay. That's good. We've had this talk. Now we don't have to talk about it until you're ready. You know what I mean? He just opens the door and walks into Annabelle's room.
Yeah. Annabelle's or I should say Anne seems chill enough as you roll out. And as you head into the room with Annabelle, Wee Man streaks by again, screaming. Now he has fucking Hot Wheels. It's all
Oh,
over.
Jesus. Yeah, well, I don't envy Linda's fate.
Yep.
Yes,
Can hear
God,
Patricia
it's
be
over.
like, "Oh, you got the truck again! Awesome! Oh God!" Just-
Yeah, Anton just looks at her going, good luck. And she slides in. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, slides in. Oh, Annabelle's sat up. Seems pretty chill, just sitting on the bed like she has done for a while. Has a sketchbook now, and in the name of sanity, probably. Has instead of has basically papers splayed out on the table that have been scribbled all over with crayons, and ironically has just decided kind of fuck it and has the crayons now. Is plucking one up here and there. She does glance up and you hit the doorway like that kind of shadow. Oh, hey,
Hello, Annabelle.
hello.
Do you want me to come in?
Yeah.
Just steps in. You look great.
It is funny, Anton, you lead with the hello, Annabelle, and it seems to, it just mellows her out, and weirdly enough, it seems to cheer her up. She smiles.
You look great.
Been doing better.
Just eases over and sits down.
I haven't had nightmares in ages, and
Smiling.
don't feel as tired or as sick anymore, and
It's almost like I told you it work.
yeah, almost like
It's good to see you smile. It's almost like, ironically, it's almost like we're talking like the first night we met.
really.
Yeah, you were smiling at me the whole time.
Like you mean before everything?
Yeah. I remember you laughing a good few of my jokes.
Yeah.
You guys kind of lean in like, eh? Eh?
Yeah, it's a sheepish kind of smile.
For real. It's really good to see you doing well.
Excuse me. Ugh, sorry, coughed. It's it's nice to be doing well.
I know I haven't been around as much, but I've been pretty busy. Doing a lot of work.
Is it that?
It's been pretty rough. Kind of took a lot out of me.
You do that?
But one thing I have been looking forward to. It's a secret, so you know you have to keep it a secret.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Want to know what it is?
I do.
I have been, ever since you got cleaned, been looking forward to walking in here and seeing you look up and smile.
Oh, in that case, I wish I could take it all big like I used to.
Pretty happy with the one I got so far. It's the most genuine. How's she reacting to that? Because, Anton.
I mean, she's still smiling, and that's always good.
Mm-hmm. Besides, I have been thinking about some plans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, eventually, I do want to get you settled into a proper place.
Would
I
that
know
be
what.
expensive?
I'm gonna try to figure it out and kind of iron things out and see. I gotta talk to some people I know up around one of the local areas and see what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you just want to stay here.
I mean, that was still pretty cool and all, but get the feeling this isn't really meant to be a daycare.
No. Plus, I could come up and see you and we could actually sit down together and just relax.
Sounds really nice.
He kind of reaches over to take her hand if she lets him. It's very he's always asking permission. It's always like that.
And again, it's the pattern is very soothing at this point. So the fact that it happens that way, she finally, she sits down the paper, just takes a hand, it's on the little sketchbook in her hand.
Been hearing you've been missing me.
Well, you broke the pattern, and I know things kind of changed, but I started to wonder if I did something wrong.
No, no. Like he puts his hand on her face, like her hand on on the side of his face. Just had some rough weeks, and I needed to take some time to do some things and settle my own brain so it didn't affect you. Wouldn't be fair.
No, and it's okay. I'm better than I was, and
Not annoyed at me?
I mean, you have to do what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
So I want to be, but not really in a position to be annoyed with anyone.
Well, if it's any consolation. He reaches over and does the lightest peck on her lips. I'm sorry.
Yep, you get to watch the oh shit, gotta recalibrate. Ugh.
So,
I just, I mean, it's not like you were coming every night because it was anything good or that you were looking forward to for a long time. So I tried to decide that it was because I was doing better.
yeah. But I'm here now.
And finally, like where he's put her hand up on his cheek and it's finally, starting to move the brush of the thumb. Thanks.
And I'll be around more often again. And I'll give you a better warning. That was my fault.
It's okay. I just,
In fact, I think you're getting to the stage where I can actually talk to you about it without fear of hurting you too much.
what?
I couldn't save another one.
What do you mean?
They got to him before I did. The doctor. And I was too late.
What do you mean they got to him first?
By the time I met him, he changed.
Changed?
Yeah, into one of them.
That takes. She's like kind of shaking her head, like no, because that takes time. I've seen. It takes time.
Yeah, apparently not. Yeah. Yeah. I tried.
What did you? I don't. It doesn't. She's like kind of shaking her head, like you can tell she's kind of getting caught up in trying to remember things and shaking her head and like no, because
He first changed, much like I did. Much like some of my other people did, unfortunately.
oh, he's
They got to him.
too old. It would have taken time if he had changed. They would have needed time, because they would have had to teach him everything, and then they would have had to take him.
Annabelle. Why would I lie? When have I lied to you?
I don't think you're lying. I think they're lying.
No. I met him. after getting him into a place, and it was confirmed of, and he confirmed it himself. In fact, he was ready to kill me.
She's still just. It's the smallest. Like, it's not big and it's not loud. It's just that little shake of the head and that look of confusion and upset. Just not. She's not going over the brink or anything. She just. Acceptance isn't really happening at the moment.
And, yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Do you have his picture? Did you take a picture?
I have a picture of him, yeah.
Can I see?
I don't have it on me. It's on the file that I made. But he gives a basic description of the guy at the bar and the photo file from the fucking staff, the website thing.
So, how into detail are you getting? Like, just, this tall, probably weighed like this, maybe this old, this color hair, or you
He goes into detail.
He goes into the Anton level of detail, how he carried himself, the expression, all of it.
Yep, Anton detail. He's not going to lie to her. If he lies to her now, it'll defeat the entire purpose. No, he's not going to do it. He'll go into detail. That way she knows he's not lying.
Yeah, so you get into detail. And how are you focused? What are you doing as you're describing?
He is holding on to her, if anything. It's like, for her, what she feels is if she's a point of comfort for him is that he's had to witness something that horrible and that he failed. But he hasn't failed her, so she is the very essence of what he's trying to do. And so to cling on to her, she almost feels like she is the world to him for that.
All right, so you're paying close attention to her. So give me a P&E.
Oh, why did I roll 8? What the fuck? I rolled alertness instead of P&E.
Have it because it's that good pool.
Mm-hmm. Still a really good roll, though. That's 5.
Whew. Yes, it is. That's enough to see the whole roller coaster. Good job. So, as you're describing, initially she's watching. She's goes back to getting the eye contact for it. Stops kind of looking away and getting caught up in it. But as your description goes on, she kind of quirks her head, down, still listening, but searching almost. Not looking at you in particular, just kind of searching, and the head shaking starts again. Oh. That's not him, Anton.
It's not him.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Anton, it's not him. That's the doctor.
I met the doctor.
Yeah. You didn't. You met him.
Huh.
You met him.
Is that Ato does that? Really?
She, poor thing, looks all shaken up now. Just, But she's nodding emphatically, quickly. Just yeah. That's not
That's it.
him. That's the doctor. That's the doctor. You didn't, Anton. You met him.
Wow. Well then, Annabelle, would you like to know a secret? Let's just her chin over to him.
It's
He's
it's hard to get the eye contact back. She's pretty shaken.
look at me.
And she sucks at her breath and gets the eye contact because it still works.
He was afraid of me. In that moment, there was a glance, and he realized who I was. And I saw that flicker of fear. We couldn't do anything to each other. Too much public places. And then when he realized who, I saw that flicker of doubt in his face. He was afraid.
Oh, Anton. It's not doubting you. It's just you can tell she just can't fathom him being afraid of something. It's doubt just because she can't comprehend the idea of him being afraid of something. She still clung on to the hand. Just oh. You shouldn't have gone. You shouldn't have met him. It wasn't. What if something bad happens?
He can't hurt me. He knows it. He can wound me. He can torment me with what he's done to you. But to hurt or break me, he can't do it.
In fact, if anything, that cling to his hand has become kind of it's a tight, kind of desperate grip. It's
Do you know why?
oh,
Because I'm the very thing that he's afraid of. I've accepted what I am a long time ago. And I won't stop. And he knows it. Definitely now.
did he do anything? Are you okay?
He didn't do anything to me.
It's such a small nod.
Like I said, he seemed more afraid of me than anything else.
But
Because I lured him out in the open. And he didn't even realize it.
what did you do?
I set a trap. Bait. To help, much like I helped you. Because I thought I was dealing with somebody else. And then, well, when the veil came down between the two of us, I thought it was the doctor who had been turned. So I talked to him like I talked to any spiral. I offered him a choice.
What did he want? What did he? He doesn't. This a scrunch of the brow. What did he want? He's bait.
I lured him in, much like you were lured in, with the promise of something more appetizing.
Poor thing seems so confused.
It's not important. Okay?
Okay.
And he can't hurt you. And he can't hurt me. Okay?
Okay.
And this means, thanks to you, I can now save the other man. Yeah?
Mhm.
And look how I saved you. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're proof that he lost, aren't you?
So small. Yeah, the nod. Like I am. And that scares me. But yes.
And remember, who's after taking care of you now?
You are?
Who's laid claim to you?
You did?
And who do you want to keep claiming you?
Yeah.
And that's all you think about.
Okay.
Okay?
Just be careful. If you have something you want, be careful. Now you have two things.
Oh, better get used to me taking everything.
Just be really. I mean, she finally takes the other hand and is squeezing tightly onto both of them. Be really careful.
I'm being careful, Annabelle. I always am.
Doesn't like it when people tell him no.
I'm being careful. I promise.
Yep, and she's, I mean, to her credit, this isn't a full spiral out. It's just, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
But she's processing through. Being able to grab a hold of your hand seems to help a lot.
And besides, there's another thing I've noticed. Lady.
Hmm?
You're doing much better at coping with things.
I don't feel like I am.
Well, a couple of weeks ago you would have had a complete meltdown had we discovered this. Now look.
And you can tell she does a little nod, but you can tell she's kind of like measuring the breaths, like don't. Whoa.
And besides, madam, you just said suddenly like, we're not letting that spoil the fact that you're actually better and we can actually, as they're holding on to each other, do this.
Okay.
It's not happening. I refuse.
Okay. It's finally a faint smile, like, oh.
Especially when I was going to plan to, when we eventually got a place, I was going to take you there with me. But you check it out first.
Where are you gonna go?
Well, you leave that with me. Somewhere maybe in Blacksburg. We'll see, though.
Okay.
But you gotta give me some time on that. But right now, you're better, you're happier. And I finally get to actually do this without worrying. As he pecks her on the lips just a gentle bit again.
It is adorably grounding, ironically. It's definitely a step sideways from the mindset she's in. So she accepts that. And I mean, it's the soft reciprocation after like all of half a moment to realize what's going on. And finally, again, she sucks in a breath afterwards and holds it for a second and nods. What if somebody recognizes me?
Well, we'll talk about that when we actually find a place first.
Okay.
We might get you to change your hair if you're open to it.
I don't care. It's fine.
And I'm pretty sure you can cover that tattoo. You don't need to like do any of that weird shit, but you know. I'm pretty sure you could hide it effectively.
We're in the interest of it is a full sleeve.
I mean, yeah, but you can just wear a long sleeve shirt. Easy enough. Or a jacket.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I
It'd
mean?
be a bitch if she wanted to be out in the summer, but otherwise.
There might be some things that will be unfortunate. But I figure during the summer months, as he like lifts her onto his lap, you could easily go on to a different area to get some time out in the sun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
But you gotta give me some time on that.
It's fine.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Feeling better?
Yeah.
Okay.
You sure you didn't do anything?
You didn't do anything to me.
Okay.
I promise.
It's funny, she does a little like, the grab his shoulders, like brushes a hand on his chest, like as if there's something invisible he could do.
Tried
It's
to
one of those things where she has the vaguest idea that gifts are a thing, but she doesn't know what they do. She doesn't know what they're capable of.
He tried to kill me. He tried to kill me before, and it didn't work. It failed.
He was so angry.
I bet he was. I bet I'm like him, like to him and his people, the fucking boogeyman.
I guess.
You guess? You seemed pretty afraid when you realized who it was.
He told me stories about you.
What did he tell you?
The things you do if you found me.
What kind of things would I do?
He's kind of like that glance of like, really?
I'm curious. What did he? What did she think I'd do to you?
I thought, you'd think that I was a monster, that you'd say that I was filthy and couldn't be saved. You'd hurt me, go learn about him, and then get rid of me.
Did I?
No,
What did I do?
helped me.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to.
No, you didn't at first.
I wasn't myself.
I know. Just had to find you.
I thought you were a monster, like the ones that are always leaving those gross smelling burning puddles everywhere. That you'd sniff after me and hunt me and find me.
What do you think of me now?
You're the only person that cares.
The girls care.
They aren't looking for me.
No. No, they're not. But I found you. And now that I found you, I'm not letting you go anywhere. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I don't want to go anywhere else.
No, you're staying with me. Don't you worry.
Besides, he'd find me.
I ain't gonna let that happen.
Just before you know,
He's done it before.
brought people back.
Well, here's the secret, Annabelle. He leans over. Do you think he could get past me?
Mm.
Well, there you go then. So, don't worry. I ain't gonna let anything bad happen to you.
What about you?
I can handle myself. And plus, now I have you to take care of me, right?
Would you really let me?
Yeah. Would you like to?
Some small nod.
Then ask me next time you think I need to be taken care of. I'll even get you a phone so you can ring me.
Okay.
If you want. In
Yes.
fact, he reaches into his pocket because I'm sure he has like a fucking burner phone or whatever.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Here. It says my number in it. This only rings my number.
Okay.
So next time, ask me, can you take care of me?
Okay.
Okay?
There's a small nod. Yes.
All right. Besides, it's very cute when you blush.
I don't know if I'll be very good at it.
What do you mean?
Taking care of you.
I'm sure you're not that bad.
You're always taking care of me.
Well, maybe it's just baby steps. Start small and work your way up.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Please. She does finally, clinches the phone in the one hand, like, mine. Does finally reach up to touch his face again, lightly. Just, the fingers draw down from just above the eyebrow, around the cheek, At least, you didn't fail.
How are you? Thanks to you. Gives a smile. So you've already taken care of me.
Glad you came.
Well, think about this. That phone means now whenever you want to see me. Just keep in mind I won't be able to come see you all the time. But say you're having a day or you're missing me a bit, ring me. This is how much trust I'm putting in you now.
Hang on.
Okay?
Okay.
It's almost like we're taking the next step.
Thank you.
You earned it.
Another little smile.
Now, I'm gonna go for a bit, because I gotta keep working. But, I'm gonna come back probably a couple of days. Or, matter of fact, like, we goes up so they're nose to nose, ring me. And test it out to see what I'll come.
Okay.
Okay?
It's a little bob of the head. Okay.
Alright. He just eases up very slowly. Unless she's stopping him, of course.
No, she's got the phone to hang on to. She seems pretty content.
You don't mind me kissing you?
No.
Okay, as long as you don't mind.
Mm.
Alright. He just like reaches and gives her like a face or like a rub with his thumb just to make sure like she's good, you know what I mean? Because he got a bit worried there. Who knows, I might take you on a drive with me, so.
That'd be really nice.
Gotta see how you can work the phone first.
I know how to use a phone.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how many times you ring me.
There's a little bit of a smile finally. You'll see.
Yeah. Alright. He pecks her hand and just, gives her the little gentle nod as he proceeds to head out. Like, of course, saying goodbye to the girls, but rubs his face like, fuck me, I just met the fucking big man himself. As he's getting in the car, heading up back to Maisie's, honestly, because he does need to talk to Maisie, but fuck, his brain is just like, Jesus. Jesus, that's a revelation. Fuck me.
Fucking poor Annabelle just doing the panicked honk.
Yeah, he'll totally drive back to Maisie's. While on the way, he's just sitting there like, oh, I need to talk to Renee again. Oh, but oh.
Oh,
Pretty much like that. Just, ooh. Oh my.
oh my, indeed. But yes, you can roll back out to Natural Bridge and head over to one of the cabins. Some families do keep them and just, we could rent these, but Airbnb is so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure enough, your buddy hanging out.
It just eases into just that kind of paranoid check, like, all right. Because you know what? After the mention of that, yeah. Ooh, that's spooky. You kind of just that paranoid check. Like, he'll probably eventually, sometime later in a couple of days, will check Susie as well out to make sure everybody's good. You know what I mean? It's that, ooh. Probably even send Susie a message just to make sure she responds. You know what I mean? On his way over. He's paranoid after that. Do you know what I mean? Because, big dog. Oh. So she might see him just behaving just a tiny bit oddly, doing that, like check, like, all right, she's good, she's in there. Whew. Probably sends a message to Susie, just, that casual, like, sticky out tongue face type shit, you know what I mean? Just to make sure she responds, you know what I mean?
I mean, he naturally gets a picture back of her, like, out on one of the... Because, she's got, like, the nice lounging lawn chair. Just, like, the ridiculous cat eye sunglasses and the big straw hat so she doesn't die of sunburn.
Yeah, he just sends her his tired-looking face.
She sends you back a reply that's another picture of her, but holding up, like, the margarita. It's like, come to the dark side. We have booze. And boobies.
God damn it, Susie. Nah, he'll tell her he'll be stopping by in a couple of days. Just wants to get some late night shifts done.
Yep. No, the reply is, well, then you will definitely miss the boobies.
Yeah, he ends it with a sad face. Just, yeah.
Oh,
The Eeyore thing. The Eeyore gift. Just, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Maisie sees he kind of sticks his, just does that casual glance, like, oh, you're there. Okay, thank fuck for that. Holy shit.
Right? Do you want to get real fast? Yeah, you poke your head in and there's like a glance around like, wait.
Yeah, it's just, hey.
Hey,
Sorry, just force a habit.
your creepy like gopher peek. Yeah, notice that.
You noticed that.
Yeah, your creepy gopher peek. Do it like every day. Yeah.
I guess I always just worry.
You do not have to embrace your inner gopher. You could just, come in.
I'm just one with the gopher, unfortunately.
Mm.
What I get for living up in the mountains.
You couldn't, like, I don't know, be one with like a majestic eagle soaring over the mountains. Yeah, it had to be a gopher.
It's not the gopher. The gopher always wins.
Hmm. Yeah, you should work on that. Maybe realign yourself. Look at you some crystals or something. Kind of grinning.
You doing okay?
Yeah. Doing good. Slept in while you were out and did just a little stretch. Acted like a grown-ass woman and made myself coffee, and now I'm watching TV.
That's not bad.
The pinnacle of responsibility, really.
Sounds it.
Pretty serious stuff. Come on. Pets the couch.
It just eases down.
I don't have to stand there like a weirdo.
But I am weird.
I mean, yeah, but you don't have to, like, emphasize it. Tell them.
Just eases down. Totally not acting like a gopher as he does.
Got his little hands pulled in, like, eh.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey.
So did you have fun going and working?
It's been interesting.
Was it?
Yeah, I learned a few things.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe a bit nervous about a couple of things, but hey, it's part of the job.
Nervous.
Yeah.
Why are you nervous?
All right. That's over. You promise not to freak out?
Yes? Look at that questioning tone. Like, why would you ask that?
Just because I've noticed you have a protective streak about you.
Well, I am a big fan of you and your hide staying whole. So yeah, I
You
guess.
promise not to freak out too much.
I promise to do my level best to minimize my freak out levels. But the more you ask, the more ready I am to freak out. I'm just letting you know. That's how this
Sure.
works.
True, no, it's fair. It's a fair point. He's like, no, you got me there. We're in the middle of a conflict, and it's a pretty gritty one. Very cat and mouse type shit.
Okay.
And it's getting to the stage now where the slightest bits of mistakes or new information could. Well, it's starting to change up the game a bit. Things are getting tense. Things are getting heated. Things are getting darker. It's exhilarating, but it's nerve-wracking. So maybe I was just a bit worried because I might not totally give a shit about you.
I mean, I am pretty chill out here in the middle of nowhere, the mountains, courtesy of you.
It's just got a bit nervous there for a second. That's all.
Nope, I'm definitely good. If you
Okay.
could get into massive gang wars that made you worry for my or your health and safety, that'd be cool.
I don't think you'd be involved. I would definitely keep you at a measured distance. It's just
I could appreciate that.
packs her hand. Why do you think I'm keeping you out here?
Well, up until right about now, I'd figured it was the romantic getaway at the mountains thing.
It is a romantic getaway. It leans over. To be fair, it is a romantic getaway. But there's
Like a
also
little squint.
there is the also additional bonus of your safety. It's like a romantic safety.
Romantic safety. Very romantic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, while keeping you safe. That's not romantic.
I mean, I dare say there are some more romantic things out there than just generalized safety, but you know what? This is weird enough. I don't even think I can really fight it.
Weird. Glances over.
What?
How is it weird?
The whole concept of romantic safety is kind of weird.
Oh,
You can't pretend that's not weird.
well, look. I'll explain it. I get to be out here with you. And it's nice. It's peaceful. It's disarmingly peaceful, in fact. And then also the additional fact that you're out here away from some heavy duty shit. If I was having you stay with me in Roanoke. And that is a load off my mind. Means I don't have to be on edge here. Notice I haven't watched The Doors at all yet.
Yep. That was definitely a bonus.
It's because I'm out here with you. Where it's peaceful. So, you get that privilege.
Well, that's good.
It's almost like, Maisie, that's why I wanted to stay out here for longer. It's kind of like I am not wanting it to end for a while.
Oh.
Kind of snuck up on me a bit.
I'm pretty sneaky.
It's your eyes.
Who's got a glance like what?
You told me your favorite feature about me was your eyes. You're the same with me.
And what is it about my eyes?
Come here.
Kind of
now.
leans over like, that's right. We're just going to make this normal. Just going to lean over and, so tell me.
He just eases her up, actually pulls her in close and everything, so they're just like holding on to each other. So they can look at each other. They're
Yeah,
peaceful.
she's got the good cheeky smile.
They're peaceful. There's no deep hidden pain underneath them that's always kind of have an underlayer to the coat of them. It's like they're just fresh, alive, beautiful. Not in a way that there's a broken tragedy behind them, but in fact it's just simple, honest to God joy. It's both terrifying and enthralling.
That's so terrifying.
I haven't seen eyes like that in a long time.
Really don't hang out with a lot of happy people, do you?
No. Kind of haven't had a happy couple of past or what? Well, I wouldn't say not to give it an edgy reply like I haven't had a happy life, but just
Oh,
haven't
some
had
of it has to have been happy.
It was. But this past year or so, there's been some good moments, but a lot of heavy shed. And to meet somebody who is unburdened by any of that completely, it's terrifying. And slightly enthralling.
Teasing little smile.
What?
That's what you're saying is. Leans in, pecks the tip of his nose. You like me.
I do. A lot.
Is it really that hard to imagine people who aren't just, I don't know, miserable all the time?
I imagined it. Yeah. Just not for me. And I know Ash or Jane is your friend, right?
Yeah.
I got comfortable with that, and I totally asked permission to like start, ask you out for a drink and shit. But I know this is gonna sound bad.
Eyebrows kind of pop up like, oh.
If she had said no, I still would have done it.
Ooh. Very scandalous.
Even if she told me now that she wasn't comfortable with us, I wouldn't care.
Be a little late on that one about now, don't you think?
I know, it's just I'm making the point.
I'm glad.
Well, it's a bit much, but yeah, sorry.
What?
I just don't want to overwhelm you.
You're not overwhelming me.
It's just yeah, no, I've had a pretty shit time, so to meet somebody who actually makes me feel less nervous or anxious is nice.
It's almost like you're allowed to have nice things.
It's almost like, yeah, it's almost like I've kind of just clung on to it about that.
So I glances down to make sure.
He has. Yeah. How do you feel?
Ooh. That's a heck of a question.
Yeah.
Especially after you go gushing all over me now. How am I supposed to beat that?
I don't know.
Well, I could say that you're about the only person I've managed to connect to besides Ash in literal years.
Okay.
Philly like reaches up and like ruffles her hair like, ooh, I'm bad at this. Ooh, wow. I don't think I've had a talk like this in a long time. Don, I feel like you're probably the only person who looks at me, you know? Really
Yeah.
looks at me. Sees me. And I don't know how to put into words how that makes me feel, except to say that it feels really good to be seen. Not just, on a stage, not just that hot girl on the sidewalk. It feels really good to have someone look at you and see a person. To look at you and care what your name is or how you feel. It's been a really long time, and I keep saying that, and I'm repeating myself, and
Mm-hmm. Being
Anton, being
adorable.
around you just feels good.
Being adorable.
Or just flubbing it all up, and you're gonna think I don't care and leave forever.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He said, whoa.
That was a bit of a grin.
Slow it down. Yeah, just like slow it down. Oh, easy, easy.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I really like being around you, and I don't sit and try to quantify it. I've had to do enough things that felt like shit. And being around you is me finally doing something that feels good.
What things?
But
Like
you mean,
he just looks concerned. Like got to do enough things that make me feel like shit, and he just
oh,
takes care of things.
I mean, just growing up, dealing with adults that sucked, dealing with your peers at school that sucked, getting out of school and having to go in and do the walk of shame when you couldn't get a job somewhere. Just all of that sucked. And even when I got a job, I had to pretty much cash in my best friend to get it, right? So I got a great job and then lost one of the only 3 people who really gave a shit when they talked to me.
It's not your fault.
No, but it's still the worst.
Well, think about this. Not only did you get your best friend back, you find somebody else.
I dare say it was a hell of a way to get your foot in the door. Kind of grinning. She knows that's not what he was doing, but it's funny to tease him about it.
I mean, it was after I started talking to you. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna ask this girl out. Thought, why not?
Why not, indeed?
I'm glad I found you.
I'm glad I found you too. I'm glad you found me too. I didn't even really do it.
So, I take it this is us pretty serious then, like confirmed, like for real.
I am legitimately planning to move across the state for you, so I mean that
Just
seems
for me. Just for
and
me.
Ash, but don't make it weird.
Gives a smile. Just for me.
Does a little lip bite, wiggles a little more into the lap, like gets right up nose to nose. Yeah, totally, just for you.
Really?
This is a big, big teasing smile.
I'll give it for Maisie. There's like when she goes, yeah, just for you. He like for a second he doesn't register teasing, and it's for a second he's like, really, you do that for me. It's just a plain, huh?
Aw. Yeah. Even if Ash wasn't here, even if something had happened, even if you'd only found me because you were looking for him. Yeah. It's not like I have anything to hold me back. Why wouldn't I?
Huh.
You're worth being around.
Again, for her, you're worth being around. It's the genuine, like, huh? Do you know what I mean?
You seem so surprised.
Not used to hearing it.
I mean, surely someone.
I have some people who, like you said, you have one or two that you cling close to, and I'm the same. It's just, I don't know. Some things I've done,
Wow.
yeah.
Takes the hands and just sets them on either side of her hips, just like this goes here, this goes here, because she's plunked on the lap now. Well, I don't care about those. I care that when you come back to this cabin, you poke your head around the corner like a demented gopher, and it's adorable. And then you come and you talk to me, and you're fun to be around. And we go
Good.
club shopping, which is the weirdest kind of shopping I've ever done. You definitely get a note in the shopping book.
Club
Honorable
shop. For club shopping.
No, yeah. It was a pretty long shopping trip, too, for a guy. Congratulations.
That was a pretty fun shopping trip.
Grid. You didn't even have to hold my purse.
I was amazed. And to be fair, I did kind of steal you away for this.
I wasn't exactly an unwilling participant here. Give
Hmm.
yourself credit.
I mean, to be fair, how many guys go, hey, I've got this place. Do you want
Yeah.
to?
Most guys mean their apartment, and by their apartment, I mean their bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
How many guys are like, hey, want to take a week-long vacation in the woods? In a cabin?
Not more than a week now. Considering what I just pulled for you.
Yeah?
You're still okay with that?
I mean, wasn't it the plan anyways?
True. But like I said, I'm big on making sure you're good. I worry. I know it's
But
stupid.
if I didn't want to be here, even if I was kind of weirded out to tell you, I could get an Uber. I could leave anytime if I wanted to. But obviously, I don't. So
Okay.
you're just gonna have to she takes a face and like looks at you the look at me. Like little cheek crab. You're just gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I like being here.
Okay.
Good.
Can I actually ask you something without like you teasing me?
Yeah. Sure.
Would you judge me any less if you knew some of the things I've done? Like, would you still look at me like you're looking at me now?
I mean, realistically, I guess I'd still know on some level that you did them. And it's not like I'm living a life of ignorance. I told you. I checked through the news. I looked at the gang and wanted to see what it was all about. But it's pretty freaky, not gonna lie. But you're not trying to pull me into that, are you?
No.
So
It's just I said, it's a weight you live with. And seeing someone who doesn't have any of that, it is it's a little intimidating. I'm not afraid to admit that. And the fact that you want to be near me, want to just feel comfortable in my presence. And I've spent this whole year and a half making people afraid of me to get to help for good reasons, but always seeing the look of fear on their face, even if it wasn't intentional, and just loathing myself every time. Till eventually I become desensitized to it. Seeing the opposite of that is just, it's a jar to the senses, that's all.
It's something you're going to have to get used to.
And I'd rather be open and honest with you. I figure that's a good way to be.
It is. It is. It's a good thing. But, as long as I don't have to go into that place with you,
No.
I'll be here and just
It's just,
not looking at you like some crazy crime lord.
like I said, I just was worried.
Why are you worried?
I know I seem like a total fucking softie, but
There are worse things you could be than a softie.
are you saying I'm a softie?
Maybe. Just a little. Smile grows a bit again.
Only for people like you.
No, then it seems very suited that I think you're a bit of a softie.
You managed to sleep well?
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
nods, like, whew, okay. She can see, it's like, oh, good, my nightmares didn't wake you up. Thank God for that. Good. Again, sorry, I don't mean to unload on you.
You're fine.
But,
You're
it's
kind
weird.
of adorably insecure.
I am. Just gives a shrug of his shoulders, like, yeah, you know what? That's the weird thing about him. He admits it. Yeah, I am.
Well,
Maybe it's the fact that when I find someone that I really give a shit about, all the armor melts away.
good. I don't want to see you with all your armor and your bleh.
Into my blood.
You know, your bleh. Crazy crime lord Anton. No, I'm good. This is fine.
Oh, why? You're not
We
in
can,
the least bit excited by my crazy crime lord antics? Considering I just negotiated with your boss on the phone like it was nothing.
Okay, that was kind of freaky and cool.
Really?
The shoulder wiggle. Ooh.
Freaky?
Yeah,
What's freaky about it?
kind of like the little thrill of the pulling strings and making it happen. It was kind of cool.
Considering the fact he basically all but confirmed that everybody knows you're with me.
Uh-huh.
That's the truth.
It's pretty wild. It's kind of exciting. Not gonna lie.
I'm glad. And this, it's. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited.
Me too.
Well, tomorrow we'll go do something. If you like.
I do like.
Okay, we'll figure it out. And,
It's almost like I enjoy these regular activities with you. It's madness, really.
No, really?
I know. It's pretty wild.
He kind of leans over. Is there anybody you want me to meet in your life? Or do anything like that?
I mean, you already know Ash, and maybe eventually you'll get a chance to meet the other two, but for now...
Who are the other two? Leans over like, huh?
Oh, Jesus. Let me look. Gosh darn it. Here we go. Oh, Jack and Ryan.
And who are they?
They're the cool kids that Ash and I smoked behind the school with.
Oh.
No. You had to have a proper, like, clique of cool kids. Come on, Anton.
Oh, I see. Smirking. And where are they at?
Oh, they're still back in Raleigh.
Oh. I mean, if you want me to meet them, I will.
I was trying to get them to come up to Richmond, especially with Ash gone. I hated being by myself.
Well, see, like, he's her, so she's, like, cuddling against him. I kind of fixed that problem for you.
Yeah.
But if you want me to meet them, I totally will. Or if you want me to meet your folks. If that's the thing you're into.
Oh, fuck them.
He kind of leans forward. That bad?
I mean, I don't know what it was like at your place, but by the time I could move out, I was relieved.
Okay, let's play a game. Kind of sits her up, but she's still straddling him, so it's kind of like they're looking at each other.
Oh?
Well, since we're getting to know each other, right?
Okay.
And clearly that you didn't have a good home life, right? From what you said there.
Just shrug like, meh.
Well, let's play that game. You get one question. I get one back. If you refuse to answer, well, the next activity tomorrow, I get to pick. And if I refuse to
We're going to be
answer,
way more scandalous.
and oh well, we could get alcohol if you like, or we remove. Basically, it's like a deciding game. It's kind of like either you want to make the strip poker, shot for shot, or you decide what we're doing tomorrow, or I decide.
She goes for
Okay.
strip poker. It
All right.
involves like not getting up to get a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. You like strip poker? Okay, cool. So
You know, most people call this a conversation. I'm just saying.
yeah, but why not make it fun?
Pulls on her little shrug, like, that's right, I'm taking this extra layer.
Here, drop my jacket. It's like it's a playful smirk.
She like goes to reach for it, like she'll put it on. Like that'll learn you. Surrender lair to me. Yeah.
Besides, I like you with that jacket on. It's nice.
Drops the shrug, puts on the jacket.
But I thought, make it interesting. Plus, it's an excuse to get you naked.
I was thinking the same thing.
That gets it, because goddamn it, woman. All right. Would you like to go first?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Proceed.
You like think about it for a second. Just head over. You keep asking about my home life. What would you do if it had been bad? Like really bad.
Taking care of you.
A little smile like, aw. For all the world, it doesn't look like she suspected anything pretty grotesque. So
It's a very
She-
open-ended
right.
answer. Yeah. It's a very open-ended answer because that could mean several things, knowing Anton. But he means it with all earnesty, taking care of you.
I mean, the beautiful part is you can tell she takes it at the most simple, pleasant meaning of it. So, just, aw.
If it had been really bad, yeah, I just would have taken care of you.
It's really sweet.
I mean, I guess he genuinely does the bashful, like, well, you know, do you know what I mean? Well, you know, back of the
Don't
head
worry
rub.
about a peck. Just a peck on the lips. It's really sweet.
It's true. So,
So wait, do we only strip if we don't answer the question?
it's up to you. Kind of gives a shrug. I'm flexible with rules. Gives a grin.
Thinks about it. Shrugs the jacket on, like, no, I'm wearing your jacket. I like it.
All right. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. You got any brothers and sisters?
Let's see. Nope. Only child.
Well, just nods. Okay, cool.
Rolls a lower lip in, thinking. Mm-hmm. Do you think differently of Ash now that you know she was a stripper?
It leans back like, that's a question. Like, oh,
Again, it's a very playful smile.
no. It's a job. She signed up for it, right? Why would I have a problem with it? She chose it. If she was forced into it, then yeah, I'd have a fucking problem. But nah, she did. She signed up. She gives a shrug.
At all.
So, as long as it was her choice, I ain't got an issue. I mean, I won the bet. It's great.
Snickers.
We had a bet. Although she's not 40, so I only won partially.
You had to bet that she was a 40-year-old stripper.
We had a bet, yeah. It was actually worth a lot of money.
So what, did you guys just split the pot after putting it together?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
I got the
Same.
bones. I got the stripper part.
Okay. Your turn.
Leans back like, huh.
She does a little bounce. She's actually having fun.
Did you think less of me when you found out that I was doing crime?
She like chews her lip for a second. You know what? Due to the sheer amount of explanation for that one, she just takes off the jacket and dramatically strips off the jacket and
Leans
just
back like,
puts it next to him.
and like, huh. This was like, oh, okay, no, I see. I'm not complaining. Just gives a grin over, like, ha ha. All right, one. That's my round. So, here we go.
Okay. Hard questions then. Back when we first met, you were really agitated and seemed really worried about Ash. So you made me do things like get into the car. What length were you planning to go to?
What do you mean? To get answers?
Yeah, what length were you willing to go to with me? If things were bad as you thought, or to get the answers you wanted if I hadn't given them to you.
Oh, see, that's if things were bad as I thought. Or, well, if things were as bad as I thought, I would have had to do certain things to get answers. Because in my mind, you wouldn't have been an innocent civilian. You get me? If they were as bad as I thought. But at the same time, I wouldn't have done anything physically because I would have figured you would have been just another victim like she was. So I would have talked to you a bit more harshly, but I would have never have like done anything physical because in the end of the day, you're just a victim. But sometimes people don't realize they're victims until it's roughly pointed out to them because they're so wrapped up in their own survival that it's ingrained. And sometimes you just gotta rip a band-aid off.
I'm not gonna lie, everyone's kind of go up like, oh shit. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I just thought for sure that was when you take your shirt off for. Wow.
You wanted me to be honest with you.
Should be careful what I ask for.
Does that? He kind of looked. Oh, poor. He's like, oh shit, did I say the wrong thing? Yeah, is that look on his face?
No, you're okay. It's okay. I just asked a really hard question, figuring you'd
It's
rather
almost like
take your shirt off than answer. And no, apparently not. I'm never playing truth or dare with you.
I'm very good at truth or dare. Very good.
Yeah.
I was almost like I was about to say, I'm incredibly good at truth or dare.
1 second. Yep, you get the nod of like, yep, never playing that game with you. Jesus Christ.
All right, so my turn. All right, so since we're on this ballpark, let me phrase this right. This is I'll click like, okay. So when I walked into the strip club, very calmly, very coldly, what did you think was gonna happen?
Whew. So, just uh, nope. I'm gonna decide this was you trying to get my pants off. So I'm just gonna.
He starts laughing.
Nope. She just stands up and just pajama pants. They get dramatically flung.
Just clap his hands and that.
Just pops back down on his lap like,
Wow.
I see how it is. This
You
is the part of the game.
You caved.
Oh, I did. I
Jeez.
really did.
Maisie. I'm disappointed.
What?
Disappointed. You caved so quick. Caved so bad. Like you play for the cheek. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, I don't like this. This is the part where we both ask hard questions and you're just going to answer them all and I'm going to end up naked.
Depends. Gotta. Just wasn't expecting you to cave so hard.
You know, yeah.
It's okay. Just, give her a peck.
It's okay. I'm counting the socks as a layer, so.
It's kind of, he goes to say something, he's like, you know what? No, I'll give it to you. Well, you'll go.
Ooh, oh God. Choose her lip a little bit. How many of those other friends that you keep talking about are more than friends? The eyebrows pop up a little like, eh?
Leans back, like, ooh. Takes off his shirt.
She claps.
Now you got me there.
I feel more like a winner already.
That one I can cave to. If you'd asked me a different question, I wouldn't have caved. If you asked how many of them are serious, I wouldn't have caved.
Oh, well, then I want to ask that one next.
You could ask me now. I could not count it as part of the game.
I have a better one for my next question.
Okay. Kind of rolls his shoulders a bit like, eh. All right. What did you honestly think when I asked you out on a date?
So sits back a bit like, Well, by then I didn't think you were, I don't know, a murderer. So,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of thought, and I shouldn't have because I know it's a jinx, but I just kind of thought, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I thought you would have caved, to be honest. It gives a grin.
No. I have less layers left than you do. Gonna have to be strong now.
Have to hold it in.
Mm-hmm.
Just gives us a smile, like, okay, here we go. You light a cigarette while they're talking. You can probably share it with her.
Weirdly enough, she is one of the girls that does not smoke. So she doesn't seem to mind, to be honest. Not her cabin. So she thinks about it. Am I ever going to meet any of these other, maybe just friends, maybe serious people?
No.
She shrugs.
It's not a problem.
Oh, no.
There's one that's like I already explained about her. It's kind of she's been with me since the very start of this whole fucking charade, and it's a bit more complicated than just standard romance and that kind of survival bond.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of keep her where she's safe because I'm not gonna lie to you, she's got a sort of breath. It takes a drag. The world fucked her up,
Yeah.
and I kind of don't want to put her in a situation where she could get frightened like that again.
She's not.
So you and her would get out on like a house on fire, though. She's a sweetheart, but let's just say I'm a bit apprehensive of, she's only just come out of her nightmares and all that. And sometimes I had to stay up with her and make sure she was good. So
Okay.
is that an issue with you?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't mostly do this for most girls. It kind of gives the grin. I know it's cheesy, but I don't spend this much money and bring them out to a cabin. So you've kind of got special privileges.
Ooh.
Just give us a smirk. All right. If I meet two of your friends, you dated any of the two of them?
What, Ryan and Jack?
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
She's the face. You date your best friend? Jesus.
I've done it before.
Oh.
What? It happened. It just happened one day.
It just happened one day. Did it end explosively?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oof.
You don't date your best friend. Christ.
Just curious. Just curious. High school happens.
It does. But no. Oh, no. I could never.
Okay. Your go.
Thinks about it. Idly just like threads her fingers into the belt loops of his pants and just kind of plays with them, trying to think. You can tell it's the how am I going to get these off? So I already know that you're serious enough for me to move, but honestly, the long run, are you looking for this to get really serious, like actually serious courtship, marriage, all that? Or are we just having fun for as long as we can?
It's a hell of a question.
It is. I'm trying to get your pants off.
To be fair, I know it's a culture shock to you. I'm only 18. And
Whew.
what?
That thing?
What? I know I don't look it. Or do I?
There's a smirk.
Yeah, it's a smile.
You can make that your next question.
I might. But I haven't thought about marriage for a while, and I would like it to be serious. As serious as we both can realistically be.
But you're not exactly like going for the long term plan of, in time, I can just put a ring on it.
Game aside, are you?
Shucks.
If it's the right, if it happens, it happens, and I'll be happy with you.
It wasn't really. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't thinking that far ahead either.
Yeah, you kind of leans forward. You kind of can't drop that bomb on me and then expect not to have.
Try. Most guys get freaked out about talking about commitment. You were supposed to take your pants off.
It would look really bad if I took my pants off. You kind of put me in the spot here. Do I take my pants off and you form an opinion about me, or do I answer? So you kind of put me in between a rock.
Why you assume I'd form a really negative opinion instead of assuming it was complicated?
Maybe it's complicated by the fact that I'm answering. See, if I was taking my pants off, I would just assume like, nah, it's not, heavy enough to even answer. But it's complicated enough for me to try and explain. I think that shows how serious it is. Does that like?
I felt like a dick from things I've taken off.
No, you haven't. You just caved on one answer. It's grinning.
Caved twice.
I know, it was adorable.
Okay.
But to answer your question, I'd like us to be serious, and wherever it takes us, if it ends up in that, it ends up in that. I'm not going to plan for something that we can possibly no way predict. But right now, I'm liking what we're doing now.
Okay. It's kind of the whole point.
All right. Then, madam leans forward. Like, my turn.
Uh-huh.
When did you fall for me?
That's not fair.
Yeah, you fucking... He kind of leans back like, now you know how it feels, huh? Considering what you just asked me previously, yeah, no, this is even.
Well, yeah, but you actually want an answer. I was just trying to get you naked.
I mean, I am trying to get you naked. But I wouldn't mind an answer, too. Either way, I win.
It was when you came to pick up the boxes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, before that, I'd seen that you gave a shit, or seemed to, and I'd seen how serious you could get when you gave a shit, but it was like when I showed you or told you what some of it was and all that. I could tell you actually, like, it wasn't just I only know how to react with anger or with violence. It was, the photo of you two laughing was great, but that was when I saw that you actually cared. And at the risk of sounding like a total girl, I found that pretty hot.
Okay, just huh. All right. Like pecks her on the lips for that.
A little bit of a smile.
Your
So,
go.
cool. Bad at this game.
To be fair, you've nearly caught me off guard twice. I'll give it that. And you even
I
got
only
me.
got you to actually cave once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still losing here. Still 2 for 1. Hmm. What happened? Not necessarily. Yeah, I guess that's what the whole stripping caveat is for if you really don't want to talk about it. So, what happened? Because it doesn't seem like before now things were too bad. So, what happened that made you join this gang? What got you from just doing your normal people stuff to there?
Ooh. Oh, she sees it. That's a question that he was like, I could answer this, and then he actually sits and thinks about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, she's curious, but you can tell that she's not like really hinging on getting an answer here. It's one of those things where this is a safe environment to ask a question he might not want to answer because he could just tap past it, like tap out.
There's like a hot minute where he pauses. It's not like forever, but like there's that hot minute. You know what I mean? Because oh, he knows what it is. There's one event that I think forever kind of sealed Anton on the path that he was going on. You know what I mean? It was like the precursor. You know?
Mm-hmm.
She see, but I'll give you this. She sees him swallow. Like he puts his hands where his belt is, and he looks like he's about to cave, but it's like he's frozen for a second, thinking, maybe remembering.
Yeah, she initially like if he wants to, you know what? If he's decided he wants to, she kind of like leans over and like kind of peters off his lap onto her hip. But when he pauses there, she catches one of the hands up. If that wasn't fair, well, you don't have to. I figured there was no good way to ask except in a place where you could just decide not to answer. But it's okay.
It's appreciated. But game aside, that answer comes with a question before I answer. Would you be able to look at me after?
You don't have to tell me.
That's a question that comes with that answer. He looks over very honestly.
Well, let me give you an honest answer to that. And she does reach over to, like, catch his chin for just a second, like, reach up and touch the cheek. If it's the kind of thing that you're worried would make me look at you differently, then don't answer it. You don't even have to. We'll call that one a foul.
I'll give Maisie this. The fear in his face, the genuine fear at that, you know, would you be able to look at me?
I'm not. I don't know what it is. And if it's the kind of thing that makes you worry, like you're worried right now, I don't need to. It's okay. You don't have to tell me.
If we're being serious, it's eventually going to come up.
I feel like I've sucked all the joy out of the game.
Oh. Pecks her hand. No, you haven't. Yeah, just does the belt buckle. Just to keep that in mind. That's all I ask.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm fine. It's just keep that question in mind
Okay.
if I ever have to talk about it with you.
Oh.
Okay? You're fine. He does. He eases off the pants because you know what? No. I am not. Nope. And she sees it playing on his face. No, I'm not going near that.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It could have been something simple and harmless, like I started dealing drugs, or it could have been something really bad. She has no idea.
No, she sees it. It was something bad.
Yeah, she lets him have it. And honestly, it looks very apologetic because that obviously hit a sour note.
He just eases her back up onto his knee. Now, to lighten the mood, grins. What you think of my tattoos?
The only downside to looking at him is I have to be behind you and I can't see the abs at the same time. This is a smile.
All right, your turn.
Thinks about it. Kind of leans in. The guy's really practice saying stuff in the mirror.
Yes.
The grin. Okay, the socks no longer count as a layer.
Oh, really?
I've decided.
I've decided. Layer cheating.
No more cheating.
Okay. Kind of leans in. Do you all when you go to the bathroom, do you guys like pre-plan what you're gonna say? You come back out on your dates.
He kind of thinks about it for a second, like, huh? That's a weird technicality thing. You mean like when we go alone or when we go as a group?
Go as a group. It's always a fucking group.
Well, when we go as a group, there's always someone telling you what you should say. That's just how it happens. It's like instant gossip the second the door closes.
What about alone?
Usually, no. Not me, anyway.
Just because they're not like that, right?
Just actually go to the bathroom if someone fucked up so bad that I needed to step away to answer something or say something. I'd probably be ditching.
Oh, you're a ditcher. He's back like, oh.
What in the world do you say to a girl that makes her have to go all the way to the bathroom to think about how to answer?
I'm a serial murderer.
That is definitely ditching territory. You can't even make me feel bad about that. I'm just saying.
All right, your go. Cheater. Greg sticks out his tongue.
I did not cheat. I even answered it twice.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm just saying I should get double credit.
After the sock scandal? No.
What? The sock scandal is over. The sock scandal was a fond thought that never came to fruition.
Uh-huh.
But I did answer technically 2 questions.
Look, we'll call it even in pair of the 2-answer debate and the sock scandal. So, your go.
Sticks her tongue out. Yeah. Okay. Do you ever flex in the mirror?
Yes.
She starts just fucking dying. She's like, surely your ego won't let you answer this. Nope. Starts fucking snickering.
Hey, got to check my progress. But
Flexing is not to check your progress. You are
You
so
see
full of shit.
have you seen how cool my tattoo looks when I flex it?
Well, yeah, but it's on your back.
Yeah,
You
but
can't
you get
possibly see that.
look over your shoulder, you flex, tattoo does the roll. Oh,
my god.
well, it's cool as fuck.
You're so shameless.
All right. Have you picked out a song that you associate with me yet?
Thinks about it. You're gonna think I'm lame.
Do it.
You sure?
Go for it.
Okay. So she picks up her phone, yeah, that's right. I'm not telling you. You got to hear it.
Oh God, what is this? The second he hears the lyrics, he just looks up he actually it's probably one of the more genuine of Anton laughs.
She's got a big smile.
Really?
And after a whole week of doing tours and walking around in the woods and running out across the state, come on.
All right. I mean, I could show you mine.
Gimme.
All right. With the chorus, it's everything. He even goes, mouths it.
Oh, the little smile. Especially when he mouths the chorus. Just, aw.
Kind of does that eyebrow. I was like, yeah, that's right.
That's really sweet.
Oh.
Gets another, longer, proper kiss on the lips for that. Not just a peck. Not anything crazy, just proper kiss.
Yeah, after they separate, what?
That's really sweet.
After everything we talked about, pretty much sums up how I feel. So, your go, Maisie.
What did you want to ask that you think you needed a game to ask?
Ooh, Kind of leads back like, huh. Kind of leads back like, ooh.
Good, no, that's right. I'm smart. She's kind of proud of herself for making him go, huh?
Oh, that was a good catch. He leans forward. But seeing as you're mentioning, being together, doing all this stuff. If I asked you to run away, and now I had the opportunity to run away from all this, would you?
Don't like just pack up and leave the state, leave literally everyone else behind.
Yeah. If I got that opportunity. Not saying that it's happening, but if I ever had it.
Would it be okay if I stayed in contact with Ash?
Of course.
It's a little bit of a smile. Then, yeah. Yeah, I would.
It just nods. All right.
See somewhere new? Go there with someone I care about? Do all these stupid things all over again somewhere else? Maybe somewhere with the beach or more mountains?
True. Well, same question to you, Maisie.
Trick question. I didn't need a game to ask you.
Liar.
What?
Liar.
I'm the one who thought of the game. That was all you.
Still a liar.
I didn't think of the game as a way to get around asking you a question.
Liar.
Liar.
You thought of something.
Liar. Was that
Mhm.
really the question that you thought you needed a game to ask?
What?
I mean, why do you need a game like strip questions to ask if I'd ever leave with you when I'm already doing it now?
Because leaving means I wouldn't be looking back. We could keep in contact, but if I'm leaving for good.
Means a lot more for you, doesn't it? You have a lot more to leave behind.
Exactly. So, in order to convey that seriousness, Maisie, I thought I'd rather than drop a heavy bomb on you, I'd rather just make it interesting and fun.
Oh, fine then. I guess I never would have asked that other question without the game. But I don't think it's hard to talk to you.
I'm sorry I can't answer. Well, I
It's
can't.
okay. It's okay.
If it's what you... It was like, hold up his hand like, hang on. If it's what you want to hear.
I thought it would either be something like, I don't know, like when Ash and I started smoking weed and selling it. Like, that was the baby step that got us where we ended up. And I thought it would either be a baby step like that or it was something big. And in a game like this, if it was something big, it would mean you don't have to tell me. It's okay.
I know.
I just was trying to figure out which ones.
Puts a finger on her lip, but much like you're easy to talk to, like I'm easy to talk to for you. It's almost like I feel comfortable with you.
I think I technically already used my question.
True. But like I said, if you want to know, ask me. Just keep
You
in
know
mind.
what?
Just keep in mind what I told you.
Mhm. Okay. But that does make it your turn.
It's weird because I imagine they've gotten a bit closer now.
Oh yeah.
Are you afraid one day I won't come back?
I'm trying not to think about it.
It's pretty valid.
I know that your gang gets up to things sometimes that are really dangerous, but it's not like it's constant.
No,
It's not like you've ever come home hurt. So, no, I just try not to think about it.
okay. Pecks her hand. You go.
If I did ask the question and you answered, would you really believe that I wasn't scared of you? Or would you be afraid that I was just hiding it?
It's not about you being scared of me.
You keep
It's,
asking if I'd see you differently.
it's more about would you be able to look at me because you'd be ashamed to be near me.
No? Same question then. Would you believe me? Or would you always be worried that I wasn't being honest? Because it seems like something you worry about a lot.
I would try. It kind of leaves it at that. I'd try to believe you.
She gives him another, brief peck of a kiss just as reassurance, essentially. But she's not taking the answer harshly. She just. You can tell she's weighing. Thank you
Would you want for what?
for being honest.
No problem. My question.
Hmm.
When I get up from my nightmares, are you honestly asleep?
you have slept through. But not always.
It's
I
not.
just don't want you to start fussing over me when you already have something to worry about. So I just wait for you to come lay down and pull you in. So you know that that's always safe.
I don't mind you coming out after me. I would tell you if I needed some space. I'm very good at that.
I believe you.
Here's how you know. I tell you to go back inside. That's the warning.
Okay?
Okay?
Okay.
Otherwise than that, if you come out after me, I won't mind. It might actually be nice, to be honest. But if I'm still feeling it, I'll just tell you go back inside.
Okay. Keep it in mind.
Thank you.
Of course.
Your go.
How long do you want to keep playing this game?
Do you
At
work
this
up
point, I imagine they're like right up close to each other.
Mm-hmm. Do you work up the courage to ask me? Or we have sex?
Ask you what?
What you're wanting to ask me?
You think there's always a deep burning question like that?
No. But you've seen the effective one. It's on your mind. And I think you're building up the courage to ask. How we have sex.
Whatever it is that happened, that gives you the nightmares.
It's one of them.
I don't feel like it's something I need to ask right now during a game. I feel like sooner or later, she's taking off the glasses, like delicately folding them and setting them aside. One of our talks will go there. And I can wait.
It's up to you, Maisie. Kind of pecks her hand.
Well, when it does happen, I want it to happen because we're close and you trust me in that moment. Not because there's a game with rules that tell you you have to.
Hey. Kind of leans over, like suddenly catching her face, like not sharply, but with enough like gentleness, but at the same time with enough like pull to be distinctive. I don't see that as a game. Sometimes you have to break the ice a different way. And sometimes a game like this shows that we can trust each other.
Does?
And maybe the fact that I'm encouraging you means that you're helping me open up about it.
Is it coming up because you're encouraging me or because you're afraid I'll ask?
It's both.
Doesn't help at all.
Maybe I'm afraid, and it's better to seek somebody that can ask me so I can face it. and get comfortable with the idea of facing it. Maybe I kind of, was inviting you to push in.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna have to rearrange a little for this. She kind of sits back a little bit and starts, like we're going to move. Not off the couch, mind you.
Well, hang on. You just hefts her up over, like, in his hand. If you don't mind, we could lie in bed and ask each other.
Well, here I was thinking lay on the couch, but there's way more room on the bed. So hi ho, Silver, I guess.
Yeah, just take her and he just goes under the covers with her, and just once they're tucked in, he just looks across from her.
She tucks up like right up against him, gets all curled, curled into him. It's not sexy. It's
Oh no,
very
it's
intimate though,
Mm-hmm.
very close. And just lays her cheek on his shoulder. That's what happened.
I killed my dad.
Did he do something terrible?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Something he couldn't come back from?
No. It was either do it quick or watch him be beaten to death.
That finally gets her to pick the look up because Jesus.
Yeah. He did something terrible. And the person he did it to wanted him brought back to beat him to death. And I couldn't do that.
Even after what he did, whatever it was. I don't blame you.
My dad wasn't a good guy. Drank a lot. Smacked my mom around. And then he did something so vile that the person he did it to couldn't even look at me because we bore the same resemblance. And it was too painful for her to even look at me.
She just nestles into him a little more. Almost like a reassurance.
And I've never told anyone this. Not Jane, not her, no one. She told me she couldn't look at me. And that, she wanted my dad there so she could get her revenge and. And I didn't want to see my dad get beaten to death, but I also didn't want to associate the pain on his face with mine. I didn't want to look and see that pain and just see my face as I watched.
So you did it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And from that point on, it kind of just. Yeah, I kind of knew the road I was going down. Me and that girl are still really close. But, yeah. That guilt never goes away.
Guilt for what part?
She was helping me suss out some of the shit my dad was doing on the side, you know? I'd asked her for her help. She was gonna help me get him away from my mom. Because I don't. This is not me projecting, right? Okay?
Okay.
Have you ever seen someone try to hide a black eye before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine coming home and hearing your mom crying and then pretending like everything's fine, like she deserved it. Deserved it. So I was trying to get rid of him. I just wanted him gone. And she always doubted about him going off Flusian and all that, so I was doing some shit. I was gonna just get some shit. And the girl was willing to help. And I had to momentarily leave to drop some, just to do something. And that's when he did it. And I found her. I put her in that position because I asked for her help. And then I took the eye off the ball. And I wasn't there. And when she told me she couldn't look at me, yeah. It's something that kind of eats away at me.
Yeah, I bet.
But boo-hoo, right? You know?
No. No, not boo-hoo. What is she kind of tips back a bit so she could pull his chin over? I'm like, no. Don't make it out like it doesn't matter. Don't make it out like just because you aren't the person who got hurt, that what he did didn't hurt you. What you had to do afterwards didn't hurt you. make light of it like that. It's okay to be hurt by the whole thing. And I'm not going to look at you differently for it.
Yeah, that's a breath. Like that's a breath just looking at her. You promise?
Promise.
Okay. If we're still playing the game, how are you looking at me?
Looking at you like someone I care about who's been through something really, really terrible and blames himself for something they can't control.
It's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm. Because no matter what you did, or what you feel like you didn't do, you weren't the one that did it. You
No.
can't blame yourself for what someone else decides to do. And I know it doesn't help anything now, but you can't get caught up forever thinking about how things would have been different if. Don't make yourself crazy. I know a lot of people who go all the way to the bottom of a bottle or a baggie thinking about how things would have been different if it didn't happen. And it's bad. But it wasn't you. And no matter how much we wish we could, you can't change it now. You just have to find things to hold on to balance out how bad it feels. Just reach up and stroke the fingers through the hair a little bit. Just so sympathetic.
Well, Maisie, I think you're here to stay for a long time.
I hope so.
No, I think so.
Oh, good. Glad you're on board.
I'm glad to. Now, think like, cost per phase. Can we not think about something that's completely fucking awful?
Mm-hmm.
And can we just enjoy ourselves? That'll be actually pretty nice.
I think you can manage that.
Would you like to feed the black there, Buttface?
Oh, yes.